Can you get our camera on, please, screen? Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order, select board meeting. Regular meeting, March 28, 2024 at 6 P M. Board member roll call.
Angie Rowley.
William Cottrell.
Mike Gardner.
Jamie Percy.
Carl Strohmeyer.
Everyone rise for the pledge of allegiance, please.
Sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, Kyle. Thank you.
I was wondering whether to wear it or not.
Approval of agenda, we have one addition, the lawn mowing bids. Where would we like to put that before I read the rest of it?
I don't have a preference.
I don't know.
Well, let's put it as 10A.
There you go.
Okay, agenda, public comment, approval of minutes, warrants, correspondence, excess weight permits, second class and liquor license application. Lawn mowing bids will be 10A. Possible meeting date change discussion, boards and commissions open positions, ballot article policy discussion, Pownell Historical Society 30th anniversary celebration blessing, purchasing policy discussion, large equipment sealed bid procedure versus quote comparisons, select board areas of expertise discussion, public comment, executive personnel, and adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second it
That motion is to approve the agenda
That's correct.
with the addition.
With the additions.
Thank you. I have a motion to have a second. Any more discussion on the agenda? All those in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open up for public comment and give me a minute, Hannah, so that's.
At the time.
Nope,
Gotta give her a minute.
fill it back. Is there any public comment, Hannah? No hands up for public comment?
Putting in the audience.
Okay, approval of minutes. Minutes of February 22nd, 2024.
So moved.
Second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Staying.
Minutes of February 29th, 2024, special select board meeting.
So moved.
Moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Abstained. Minutes of March 14th, 2024, select board meeting.
So moved.
Well, I had one question on that one. Give me a second to get to it. It was, Angie wasn't sworn in, so she wouldn't have been a missing absent, oh, wait a second, wrong one. But anyways, I saw her not as an absent selectman. Is that just because she hadn't been sworn in yet?
You have to ask him. She does minutes.
And
I think she wasn't absent on,
she was absent the first.
I wasn't.
I was at.
yeah, but it wasn't marked on the minutes.
It was, she just was noted that she was absent, but I just didn't know if it was,
She wasn't.
because she wasn't sworn in, she technically wasn't a selectman, so she wouldn't have been absent. I'm overthinking it. That's all.
I had the same question, so you weren't overthinking it.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
That's great.
Oh, I guess you could change it to not present.
I think that's a good point. I believe at that time, on the meeting of the 14th, and we should look into that so we can answer that question.
Yeah.
I believe that on the meeting of the 14th, we only had 4 select persons technically.
Yeah, I was.
The board was only 4 members on the 14th,
So then,
and there was 4 members present.
Well, it's 4 members present.
does that make her vice chair valid then, or do you need to redo that?
We can do that just to be official. Well, let's do it, be official.
Tim, if you're gonna
Yeah, 'cause you
Good
don't-
point.
You're gonna say she.
Okay, I understand that, but
I didn't realize she wasn't sworn in on the 14th. I just thought she was still,
To be clear, you're sworn in now.
Yes.
Okay.
what's the board's pleasure? Would you care to reopen the restructure of that in that position?
should we just, on that position, let's just do it, reopen it, and then it's done with properly?
On that position or?
On that one position.
Restructure the whole board.
No, we just need to we need to redo the one because she wasn't here and wasn't sworn in.
Okay.
Do you want to bring that back? Or are you adding it tonight?
We'll have to bring it back actually because we don't have it more properly.
Do it right?
To do it right, we'll have to bring it back.
Okay,
Something happens to me between now and the next meeting, you guys will have to reorganize and do something.
okay, that's fine.
The minutes and board restructure for vice chair back.
Yep,
Yes.
Yeah. We'll
so we won't be
table,
able to approve minutes of March 14th.
correct, we'll table that.
Okay.
It's in the motion to approve.
We can probably, yeah. We just won't act on it.
Mhm.
Warrants, accounts payable March 22nd, $36,377.22.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Accounts payable March 29th, $38,166.07.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, March 22nd, $11,393.64.
So moved.
Second. Any questions on that, comments?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, March 29th, $14,353.71.
So moved.
Second. Any questions, comments on that?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Which brings us to correspondence. And before we read any of the correspondence, I'd like to talk about that for a couple of minutes. Because I think that Hannah's going to start including a packet in the, on our website. That anyone can read probably on a Tuesday or Wednesday, Hannah, is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So there's been some question and correspondence this week. And my feeling is on the correspondence, if someone sends a correspondence into the select board for us and they ask for it to be read at a meeting, a regular meeting, the name of that person or group is going to be read at that meeting. So I don't see why we wouldn't include their name on the agenda. But on correspondence that comes in from a group or a resident that is just for the select board to read, that they don't ask to be read in a regular meeting, I don't think that correspondence should be part of the packet because I don't think the packet becomes public knowledge. And I don't think that the person or group is not asking for that correspondence to be public knowledge. They're just asking for the select board or someone or whatever to be aware of something out there, right? Or they could be asking for information. It would, however, be available in a FOIA request.
Mhm.
If there were a FOIA request for it, because it becomes public knowledge. I don't know what the board's feeling is on that, but that's my feeling on correspondence moving forward, and I'd like to make it a motion and make it our policy to do it that way.
Do you want to include a deadline for correspondence?
I was just gonna say that for somebody that asks a question that we don't get it the night of.
I was getting to that, but we can do that. Well, let's do it on one shot. I would like correspondence, any correspondence that someone asked to be read at the select board meeting or be put onto an agenda. I know that we're asked as board members. And we aren't always able to adhere to it, but I know that Tara has asked us to have any agenda items to her by Friday close of business.
Yep.
So I would ask that correspondence be here by Friday close of business to be read at the following Thursday meeting, or regular board meeting, whether it's Thursday or a different night.
You made the motion, Mike?
I didn't make a motion, Carl. I just made that's my
The
feeling.
statement,
I'll make the motion.
second it.
Any more discussion by the board? Any comments? You guys have any feelings on that other than what I said?
I agree 100%.
I mean, yeah,
If somebody wants it read, then the rest of our stuff, public knowledge anyways. And it's obviously, if we read it, it's gonna be on a recorded thing, so it's.
And anytime anybody, asks a question, they're supposed to
do we,
name and their address.
how do we handle anonymous? We're in discussion right now, right?
Yep.
Well, how do we handle anonymous letters that are sent from anonymous?
My feeling on an anonymous letter is it's nothing. If someone doesn't attach a name to it, then, and as a board, we can decide what we're gonna do with that too. But as far as I'm concerned, an anonymous letter is not even worth reading or putting in the packet or anything. It's just attach your name to it and it becomes a valid concern point or whatever.
Okay.
So,
My feeling anonymous is something the board should be reading. And we can take and choose to act upon it and.
but as far as putting it into the packet or whatever, that's right. Or even to the board. You can send it to the board. I know what I'm gonna do with an anonymous letter.
Mhm.
Any more discussion? Any questions? Comments? Bill? Nothing?
Nothing on that one, I feel. Gotta have your name with it.
Okay.
That's my.
All those in favor? Okay, thank you. Correspondence?
So I took the first half, I think.
Oh, okay.
The first one is from John Bushy. He's on the planning commission. Honorable select board members, during the Pownell Planning Commission meeting held on March 19th, 2024, the planning commission added an agenda item to discuss the matters of confusion regarding the alternate commission member appointments. And knowing that an individual citizen has expressed interest in joining the commission. After discussion, an unanimous vote of all members present at the Pownell Planning Commission respectfully requests that the select board restore the planning commission roster to 9 regular members and appoint the interested citizen, Robert Jarvis, to the planning commission. By restoring the commission to 9 members, we feel that the extra minds and voices being added would be an asset to the town as a whole and would best fit the busy personal life schedules of all members. Respectfully submitted, John Bushy, Chairperson, Pownell Planning Commission. Just a little bit of background. On March 24th of 22, the board voted to decrease the members from 9 to 7 due to them not having a quorum on a consistent basis.
Can I ask a question, Tara? Who was chairman of the planning board at that time?
I believe it was either John or Fred. It was John, but I'm not positive.
Okay, just curious, that was,
In 22.
No, Hannah said it was John.
okay.
And I don't know if there's 2 interested parties or 1, but there's one that we definitely know of, which only gives you, if you were to increase to 9, you only have 8
But the discussion we're having right now is increasing
to increase or.
the size, because that's the discussion that's what they're asking for.
I,
Take it under advisement. Don't question the answer during court.
so do you want to put it on the agenda for the next meeting, next regular meeting? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I do know that the statute does not, which has been in error, I believe for a while, that
Right.
the planning commission does not have an alternate. members on the board.
Right.
So it's been done wrong in the past, so let's correct it. But I also don't want to keep someone off the planning commission. Well, we'll discuss that.
We'll discuss that at the next meeting.
Yep, okay. All right. Next one, or do you have the next one, Kim?
I do. So this is from Ellen Strohmeyer, our delinquent tax collector. Dear Selectmen, I am holding a tax sale on April 25th, 2024 for 8 parcels. I believe that has been decreased to 6, actually. Somebody paid, so 6 parcels. She's requesting that a board member be present for the sale to represent the town, which she always does, so.
April 25th.
I can be here for sure.
25th at 10 a.m.
If, does, we can have more than one for sure, but I'll be here.
Okay. And the last piece of correspondence is from Callie Fishburne. She's from the BCRC. Healthcare, I wanted to share some information about the energy capacity building mini grant available through the MERP program and encourage Powell to apply. As you know, the Municipal Energy Resilience Program, the MERP, is a state program, 3 distinct components designed to help municipalities improve their energy efficiency and resiliency. The Energy Capacity Building Mini Grants is one of part of the program. This is a non-competitive grant and can provide municipalities with up to $4,000, which they can use for outreach and education related to energy efficiency and resiliency. The application is non-competitive and very easy to complete. Takes less than 10 minutes. I think Pownell could benefit from the $4,000 mini grant. Use of the mini grant does not have to be connected to the energy assessment of the old town hall. The grant funds can be used more generally for outreach and education, things like hosting a community energy forum or sending a town-wide mailing. Applications are being accepted and approved on a rolling basis, but they'll close on May 31st. So this is read it as part of correspondence, but not sure if you want me to bring it back for you to decide if I should apply for the grant or if you want to give me the go-ahead to apply for non-competitive
Is
4,000,
there a deadline on it?
May 31st.
So we could bring it back next regular board meeting and we'll stay consistent. Please do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, other correspondence, Hannah's Jenny in?
Did not see her.
Okay. She wasn't sure if she could be in or not, so I'll read it. From Jenny Duar. The other thing I want to raise is that there is a process for placing people on the various commissions and boards, and it is not just write a letter saying you want to continue and the board willy-nilly voting to have said person go for another term. You're supposed to put out a call for people to volunteer, you then go through all the submissions and make your decisions. It is not about who submitted their interest first. It is not about just putting warm bodies in seats. You go through each list of members, figure out whose terms are up, notify them, and put out a call for volunteers. You also know ahead of time if there are alternates on a given committee. If I wrote right now that I wanted to be on every committee, would you just have a random vote about me at a meeting? No, that's not how it works. Please read this in the correspondence. The next meeting. Thank you, Jenny. She wanted to add to that. I find it ridiculous that the agenda broke down every letter and its topic when you do not even have to read correspondence out loud. This is not about me, although I do want to see my name on an agenda I do not want to see my name on an agenda. Sorry. Unless I have requested and been approved for an agenda item. Removing my name was not the point. The point is that the board should be receiving the packet well ahead of the meetings with everything so they can read it ahead of time, including all the correspondence. No time to read the packet, then get off the board. That's what you signed up for, being informed so you can make informed decisions at the meetings. The package should be made available to the public as well. All the details can be there. The agenda should be concise. I also want to say that with regard to requiring signatures for ballot articles every year, compare what other towns do. Bennington does not require signatures aside from new requests or increased requests. Shasberry, I think it's Shasberry, just changed this policy the other way around. It is a waste of everyone's time to require signatures every year. Just make them follow the process of getting their info in on time. Okay, and the rest of it's just, that's it for Jenny. The rest of it was just a redundant email. From Pauline Gutlaw. To the Pownell Select Board, reference Pownell Firemen. My understanding is town organizations must submit a petition signed by 150 registered Pownell voters in order to solicit town funding for a ballot article. My concern, the time required by each of Pownell's volunteer fire departments to pursue this endeavor. Excuse me, given Pownell's firemen must routinely train, attend meetings, and go on calls whenever required. I suggest the mandatory signature regulation to request funding for these organizations be waived. Perhaps one way to avoid this effort is pay the volunteers $1 stipend per year, thus they are considered paid employees. If there are approximately 50 volunteers, that's $50 per year, thus preserving our firemen's valuable time for life-saving causes. Sincerely, Pauline Gumpo. And I think the last one is from Jim Kosis. Are you going to publish the names of all letters to the selectmen on the agenda each meeting? That being the case, I hope you will include this letter as correspondence at the next meeting. Perhaps people have a right to send in letters to the board, but do not expect their names to be published on the agenda. Are you trying to deter people from communicating with the board? Also, when was this discussed and approved by the board? I understand when a letter is read during the meeting, the person should be identified, but having it put in the agenda is not necessary. This is not the way to reconnect to the townspeople. Jim Colsey. That's it. Excess weight permits. AmeriGas. It is,
Wait,
yes, I was looking for that at the top. Yep, sorry. New England Quality Service Incorporated, which is a fleet permit. Fleet permit for camp precast concrete products. A fleet permit for Basin Brothers. A fleet permit for Gurney Brothers Construction. That's it.
I make a motion, we accept the overweight permit. Do we make a motion on that? No, yes.
Yes.
Make a motion that we accept them.
A second.
Any discussion, questions, comments? Joel has approved everyone. Just, I usually announce that. Having no questions or comments, all those in favor?
Aye.
Second class liquor license application.
We have a tobacco license for Pownell Market in Delhi.
What was that, tobacco license?
There's two.
Okay,
Second class license and tobacco license. I guess I listed it wrong on the agenda, but
okay,
they fall under the same. It's
Mhm.
licensing.
okay.
so moved.
Second,
Any discussion?
this is for tobacco
That was
only.
tobacco, yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And now the second class licensing for Pownell Market. in
For common market done.
Yes.
So that's for liquor.
So moved. I believe is all.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
So the you're doing own bid next.
Yep, lawn bids. I didn't know if there was any more licenses.
Okay, just those two.
Okay. Lawn mowing bids.
So we only received two and have not been opened yet. Gonna do the honors? I'll let you do that one. So one is from Gardner's Lawn Care and one is from J and L Lawn Care. Or J and L Landscaping, sorry. Oh. What's this one broken?
Criteria.
Okay, this one is broken down.
This one is broken down and everything, and then the final total is on the bottom, last page.
Okay, so I'll just summarize what this one says. Town of Pownell mowing and trimming upkeep bid for 2024, 25, and 26 spring cleanup. which includes our cemeteries, the ball fields, the tannery site, and the town office is 1,200. Quoted at 1,200, pump stations and fire pond for 750, all planting 250. Fire pond 4 times a year, 60 each. All weekly mowing, approximately 29 weeks is 1,250 a week. So estimated monthly, it's about 5,000 according to this. Estimated yearly is 36,250.
Next for,
That is for J&L Landscaping.
okay.
So this one is from Gardner's and they broke it down by year. So for the 2024. So it's definitely broken down different. So like annual cost for each pump station is 700, annual cost for mowing the tannery, 2,100. Orchard Street Cemetery, 1,120, same for the Carpenter Hill. And Gardner's is 1,820. That cemetery, Jackson Cross Road is 3,360. Cemetery at the racetracks, 1,120. North Pownell Little League Field is 2,100. That includes the pump station that's there. The cemetery on Indian Massacre Road for the year is 4,200. Oak Hill Cemetery mowing, 11,760. That's at $420 each time. Spring cleanup, 1,000, spring cleanup pump station, 950, planting flowers, 250, so that's the matching. So for an annual cost, we have 43,820. For the 2024 year, annual cost of 45,543.30 for the 25 year, and annual cost for 47,334.95 for the 26 year. So it looks like Gardner's Lawn Care included their increase because it is a 3-year contract. I don't
believe
see,
that's the difference of the first year.
so the difference is $5,130 on the difference per year for the first year.
When we put that out, and I don't remember, how did we ask those to be returned?
Yeah, where do I have that?
I'm just curious. They're confusing.
So the bid does ask for the specific detail breakdown. It looks like J&L Landscaping sort of lumped theirs together, like they lumped all the pump stations together. Cause it says primary work sites and location specific detail. So it does lay it all out, but it doesn't say. It says provided price per week for mowing and trimming the sites above. So it does meet what was asked for, just not as specific. What we could do is if you don't feel comfortable making a decision now, I can sort of dissect it a little more and bring it back. What's the board want to do?
It did ask for 3 years though in the bid, correct?
Yes, this I assume, because this says for all 3 years that they're not including an increase.
They don't have an increase listed.
Nope.
And that. You know. That was my.
That's me, your land, holy, yeah. It's a little confusing.
Do we have to act on them tonight?
No, we have time. Mowing starts April 15th though, so. We could do a special next week. Just for mowing bids.
Yeah, in fairness to the two bidders, well, in fairness to the two bidders, they can. They just, give them some ample time to plan,
Mhm.
However it takes out.
That goes for, yes, it's insurance.
And they both have insurance included as requested.
Same amount of insurance.
Well, as long as it meets our criteria, though.
Yeah, that's the same. It's the same.
Well, if we're gonna have a special meeting on it, then we can go over all that stuff. At a special meeting, right?
It's just,
Because when we put it out, I remember I specifically said, are you sure you want to open them in the meeting? Because we could have opened them earlier, had time to review and then made the decision tonight, but I think you should
Yeah, I want,
come and review them
yes.
before making a decision.
What's your pleasure on the meeting? What's the meeting scheduled next week?
Hannah, do you have any meetings next week?
You have one the sixth, isn't DRB the sixth?
Nope, there is the 10th.
Oh.
Yeah, we could even do Tuesday.
What's your pleasure next week?
I don't have a life, so I'm open all the time.
Welcome to my world.
I'm back.
Thursday,
I have a previous engagement next Thursday, but that doesn't stop you guys from having a meeting. Or, you know, I'm open Wednesday. If we wanted to do a special meeting on the third. If you wanted me there, I mean, I'm just, I have an engagement on the fourth, that's all.
I got a meeting on Wednesday, so
Do a short one
the rest of
Tuesday.
the board here,
Prefer Tuesday.
for the rest of,
We could do a short meeting on Tuesday night.
That's fine by me.
Tuesday, how about Tuesday for you? Any day of the week works for me.
Stay at 5:30. Anybody make a Tuesday meeting at 5:30?
Yeah. Yeah.
For, just for the lawn mowing bids?
Yeah.
Okay, that gives us all time to review. Okay. Tuesday night, 5:30, please. Special select board for lawn mowing bids. And that way, I think it's better for the bidders too, they can adjust it.
Look at that.
Well, we get a chance to look at it, but the sooner we can get,
Okay, great.
make a decision, the better for them.
Oh, I agree, yes.
Either way. Okay. Possible meeting date change discussion.
So I thought that Hannah and I would both be gone to Montpelier, but it turns out it's just me, so you can have a meeting without me, and I don't think we need to change the meeting schedule. Hannah said she's comfortable running the meeting, so
Okay.
I just won't be here.
let it go.
Okay, so we're good with that one?
Yep.
Beautiful. Boards and commissions, open positions.
So, obviously, if the board decides to increase planning commission, this will change, but currently there is one position open on conservation commission. And on the DRB, there's one regular position and one alternate.
Because by statute, the DRB does have alternates.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's from that, that's where the mistake happened for the planning, is because we went from the way the DRB was set up.
That could be, that was a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah, quite a long time ago. Okay. That's the only openings.
Yep, and you asked me to bring it back, so.
mhm.
We're bringing that back.
You asked me to announce what the open positions. were.
Okay, correct.
Let's set a deadline for interested parties. Come back to us by the next regular board meeting. For the Conservation Commission. And the
DRB.
DRB. Thanks, Jamie. But drawing a blank.
Mhm.
Ballot article policy discussion. I asked to put this back on. Pretty much right after the last meeting.
If I had known they were coming, I would have put it a little higher up the agenda.
Yeah, sorry. We had no idea that, you know, but that's okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to move along here. In light of a lot of public comment, my recommendation is the board chair is to do away with the asking for the signatures
Want that in the motion?
for ballot articles. Well, we made a motion to do it, so we have
Right, yeah, we gotta do it.
absolutely have to make,
Oh, we have to make the motion.
absolutely.
Okay, I'll make the motion that we go back to the way it was, I guess is the way the way to word it. Back to what we had before.
Resend of the
Rescind the
new
mo-
policy.
Rescind the motion.
Second that.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any more discussion on that? From anybody? Jamie?
So that means,
Jamie Elwell, sorry, I just want people to know we are. Jamie Elwell, Pownell Fire Department.
so that means we're gonna go back to if we want to put a separate ballot article, or if we want to increase our budget, we need to get the 150 signatures.
Correct.
So we're on for the same that we've done before.
It will stay the same.
Okay.
Correct.
That's right. So then in March of 2025, if you were to keep your ballot articles, and I don't remember what they were, but if you were to keep them the same as they were in March of 2024, you're fine. They would stay as written and no signatures would be required. If you were to increase your budgets or your ballot articles, then you would have to get the signatures or add, and I just don't want to, I know you understand, I just want everyone else to understand out there too. An increase in a ballot article or a new ballot article for anything would require the signatures be placed on the ballot. Okay? Did that answer your question?
Yep.
And I wanted to be clear, to everybody watching too, what it is, what it would be done back to.
Don't worry, you'll get another letter and an email.
This one will be much more pleasant though. Any more discussion? You guys have anything out there?
Thank you.
All right, I have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so that's taken care of. Pownell Historical Society 30th Anniversary Celebration Blessing.
So I called it a 30th anniversary celebration, but Joyce would like me to correct that. And it's an annual members meeting and an open house. So on Sunday, the 28th, the PHS Pownell Historical Society, they'll have their annual members meeting at 1, followed by an open house. And they're hoping that public will join them.
Is that April 28th?
April, yeah, what did I say?
You just said the 28th.
Sorry.
I just want to make sure we have the right date. That's all.
April 28th, 1 month.
Yep, okay.
So they just want your blessing to use the parking lot. If a lot of people come, they'd like to set up tents and stuff in the back parking lot. They just wanted to get that approved by you all before going ahead.
Large gathering permit for
No, because a large gathering is 250
them.
and.
Okay,
I would hope they would have that problem.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
All right, and I think, but
that's right. What's the board's pleasure?
I make a motion that we approve their request.
Second.
Any more discussion? Like Carl said, I hope they have that problem. We're having to worry about it. Somebody complaining about not having a large gathering.
Yeah, hey,
I have a motion in a second. Any more discussion on it? All those in favor?
Aye.
And their open house will include tours of the history center. So
Nice. Let's hope for great weather.
Mhm.
Purchasing policy discussion, large equipment sealed bid procedure versus quote comparison.
so I think it was the last regular meeting, Joel came to you all and asked to go out to bid on a truck.
Mhm.
He's finding that very difficult. And looking at the policy, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do it that way. When you're going out to bid for services, I think it makes a lot of sense, but when it's a large piece of equipment, getting places to put a bid out is really hard, and then getting them to stick to it with the time that's in between and all of that it just complicates things. So Joel is hoping that you will allow him to go out for quotes on a new vehicle, the truck that he has to purchase.
and those are quotes that he'll bring back to us.
We'll bring back, yeah, he won't.
So basically, we're still gonna be the ones making the decision. It's just he's not gonna stretch this out it won't get stretched out for 3 to 6 months
Exactly.
and then lose it because,
And when you ask for bids, I mean, you're kind of, you could put something out and wait for a bid, you could wait a month and then you get nothing.
yeah.
Most bids are only good for 30 days.
Right. So if you go for quotes, he can get 3 to 5 competitive quotes for,
And you're gonna get more people that will give you a quote versus enter into the bidding process.
Mhm.
Are the quotes usually last for like 30 days or 90 days?
Um,
Or are they just for one time?
probably. Yeah, there's probably a limit on that too.
I'm gonna ask Justin Lansky, Justin, a quote timeframe that Angie just asked you, can you help us out a little bit on that? The last 30 days normally, or is it however you put it out there? Okay.
Thanks.
You know, Justin does that for Waynestown now.
But I think we could change it in the, I mean, we could certainly make that change to the policy. Cause there are exceptions in our policy, in our purchasing policy, which will also be available for people to see in the packet. So there's an exception for wastewater to make minor and major purchases, but there isn't one for highway. And we could,
We didn't leave that language in there.
That's exactly what I'm reading right now. I thought, I was looking for that. I thought that was,
You want the motion?
I think it should be a couple, two parts here, actually,
Yeah.
right? I think one of them should be that,
Are we making it, it'll be a change in the policy, right? That we currently have. And is it gonna be like a dollar amount limit or is it just gonna be vehicles? Is there certain things that are gonna be still bidded out or?
But it still will come back to us. So in the end, if the only difference is that the process still ends up the same. We're the ones that make the decision. The only difference is that how you come up with that.
And you can still,
No, but we would still have the crushing would be bidded instead of.
Correct, because that's service.
So it's basically
Service.
just the,
like, I would put it,
I'm
I
not-
would probably put it as like a large equipment purchase over a certain, cause it's, yeah, it is all within certain prices. So yeah, I would probably word it as like a large equipment purchase. For
so
a certain amount.
in here, Bill, just to answer, in this policy that we have now, current one. For all major purchases with a value between 3,000 and 20,000, price and rate quotations shall be obtained from at least 3 qualified vendors via a request to bid. Ensure that the town has received a fair and reasonable price. Vendors will be selected based on cost, the quality of goods and services offered, and the ability, capacity, and skill of the vendor demonstrated under prior contracts with the town. And I think this should go with everything that we do, not just wastewater and road. Local bids are bids from companies considered to be within 20 miles from the town, calculated from any border, and may receive consideration as a local bidder. If the bid meets all qualifications heretofore set as a qualifying bid is no more than 2.5% higher than all other qualified competitive bids. Large purchases with a value of $20,001 and higher, which is the large purchase or simplified acquisition threshold under federal regulations or more, must follow a sealed bid process as outlined below. And that's our policy.
it could just speak on vehicles, because most of your large equipment, we still can do bids. I mean, those companies still do, usually follow through with bids.
Is Joel looking to do it for a specific reason at this point?
Yes,
So-
he asked you guys if he could.
Because he wants to do that for the truck. Why don't we have him do it for the truck contract, for the truck purchase? And we can see how it goes. Give him the authority to do it for that. Because he's still gonna come back to us,
See if it makes a difference.
see if it makes
I
it.
know, I haven't talked to him on this particular one. He approached you on this one. I know on the last truck that we bought, the truck that he's driving, that's right, we had one bid,
Right.
so it obviously wasn't very competitive.
And they didn't want to-
Yeah,
And then that bidder reneged on the bid anyways.
Right.
So if we do the request for quotes, I think we're gonna get a better. I think it's gonna give us more options. I mean, we had one bid last time.
yeah.
Because Joel explained it to me on that particular truck. That people are reluctant to bid because the market's all over the place and it takes so long to get stuff and whatever, so.
Well, they're gonna sell the truck quicker if they give somebody a quote and they're gonna buy it or not. Rather than wait for us to make a month's wait a month for the purchase.
Yep, that's true.
I think we could probably do that, Carl. I think we could probably do make a motion to do request for quotes on this one and see how it goes. And if it works good, then we can change our policy
We can change our policy.
rather than having to change it now. And if it didn't work. change
Right,
it
and
back.
that gives him, that's gonna give him a week or two lead time more than what he would have had if we had to wait, because we weren't gonna change the policy tonight anyways.
Right.
That's a good idea. What's your pleasure?
Since I will make a motion that we allow Joel to get quotes on the upcoming truck purchase.
Should we have a minimum of 3?
What's that?
Should we have a minimum of 3 quotes?
Yes.
Yes, a minimum
Good point.
of 3 quotes.
I'll second that.
I have a motion on the floor to allow Joel to get a minimum of 3 quotes on this truck purchase. And I have a second. Is that the correct motion?
Yes.
And I have a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Select board areas of expertise discussion. Oh, you guys are gonna be so happy.
Bring out files.
Hey, Tara,
I didn't too.
I'll take Bob's. What Bob had down, I'll take his. It'll make it easy.
I'd stay the same unless there's an issue.
All right, I'm gonna open
I
it.
said I stayed the same and
I have it open if you want me to read
I
it.
have it open.
That's totally up to you. I have it open too. I'm just gonna change the ones that need to be changed as you go along.
So I'll be known through each one.
Sure, so RFPs.
RFPs will be Carl. Grant app, I'm not gonna read each one unless someone wants me to.
Oh,
Grant applications and closeouts is Angie. Good. Daily office management is Angie. Highway is Mike and Jamie. Good.
Yep.
Wastewater is Mike and Jamie. Website, social media was Bob.
I'll take it.
Parks and Rec is Brian. You're involved with them.
Yep.
We'll leave William. DRB is me. I'll stay there. Planning Commission was Brian. Anybody want that one?
I can do it.
You do the Planning Commission? Perfect. Policies was Bob.
Okay,
Ordinances was Bob and Mike.
okay.
You're good with
If you're
that?
good with it, if you're good to have me on board, I'm happy.
Look, I'm not gonna tell anybody they can't do it. Connection with town clerk's office is Angie. Town hall maintenance is Jamie. IT was Bob,
Yep, I'll take that.
okay? Health officer was Brian. I'll take that one,
Sure.
okay? Zoning is Jamie.
mhm.
Animal control was Brian and Jamie.
Do that.
Perfect. Lister assessor, Jamie, still good?
Yep.
Liaison to the Pownell Historical Society was Brian, and you kind of fall right into that one.
You do that.
Perfect. Transfer station is Jamie.
Yep.
The press is Mike. Trainings is Angie.
Yep.
And town report is Angie and Mike.
We have to add,
I had 2 that I was
yeah,
thinking,
you, good, you,
Conservation Commission and Constable
and cemeteries.
Cemeteries.
Um,
Is that cemetery, is that gonna be its own commission now? Or thinking about,
It's you guys.
Yeah.
It's you guys.
okay, so the cemetery commission is everybody here anyway, right? Okay, so the conservation commission could be just 1 or 2 board members,
I don't know if you guys want me to grab it.
if you're comfortable with it.
Cause you're on it, right?
I'm
That
fine.
way you can just,
And what was the other one we had?
Constable.
Constable, good point. Anybody want that one?
I can help with that one.
Anybody else? And I don't want to exclude anybody if they want to work on something with somebody else, and which goes exactly the same for
Right.
anything that I'm on. Where I was by myself or Angie or anybody, if somebody wants to be on that particular area, please jump in. But we need somebody for the constable,
Yeah,
Jamie?
I'll help with.
You wanna do two people on the constable?
I think we should.
Somebody else.
Put on cemeteries, even though it's all,
What's that?
can we put someone on cemeteries too?
I'll take cemetery.
Yeah, or I can do it, we both can do it.
We'll both do it.
I
Let's
will
put
both
Carl
do
and
it.
Angie on cemetery.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can do the constable, Jamie.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice.
And who had animal control? I worked with him as well, so I know a lot, so if you need help, let me know.
Yep, okay, yeah, so Bill and Jamie are on the animal control.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
nice.
That wasn't so bad. Wasn't it?
All right, now, bear with me for a minute, any public comment here? No hands?
There is a hand up, you just, says Steve and Donna, can you just let them know it's okay?
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you were letting them in. Public comment, Stephen Donna? You can unmute yourself?
I'm wondering if their audio's not working because they're unmuted, but it's not, it's happening, so.
She can type in, can't she?
Yes, you could use the chat, and I could read it if you'd like.
Are they typing here?
I don't see anybody typing.
Donna or Steve, you?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Just a reminder of the Easter egg hunt. Whoop, it faded away.
It's the Easter egg hunt on down to Legion.
Yeah, that's just a reminder of the Easter egg hunt for the Powell American Legion. I believe that's on
March 30th.
There you go. Thank you.
Saturday, but I don't remember the time. Oh, at
12
noon.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's the Easter egg hunt at the American Legion. Is there an age limit on that, Donna? Saturday, March 30th at 12 o'clock at the Legion? Hang on, we'll see if she types us in a age. Sorry, Donna, I'm not sure where the glitch is. We'll get through it.
I believe it's up until 12, but I'm not positive.
I know they do split the kids into two different groups too.
Welcome everyone, you can all come, Easter Bunny will be there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I guess there's no age, everyone in the Easter Bunny will be there.
You gonna be in your Easter bunny outfit, Mike?
No?
He's the Grinch.
Yep. I do that well. Any other public comment, Hannah?
Oh, their hands are up.
I hope we got everything from you, Donna. We apologize again for the glitch. I don't know where it is, but hopefully we got everything you wanted to get on public comment, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that reminder. No other hands? And no other public comment? You guys have anything? We sat through the whole meeting.
Wow.
Okay. All right, I will entertain a motion for an executive for personnel or possible disciplinary action.
So moved.
Town employee personnel.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All set? I'll entertain a motion to come out of personnel, for possible disciplinary action.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There's no disciplinary action at this time. No further discussion. I will entertain a motion to enter executive for personnel for contractual.
So,
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No, she's dying.
Oh, you're gonna run out of power? Yeah, get that plugged in quick.
Hey, good.
Mine goes right up. It'll give me the warning and
Good
it's.
save. All set? I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have two agreements by independently elected officers to be bound by the personnel policy that have been signed by the officers and signed by the select board. And that's it. If there's nothing else to come before the board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.